here we are, back in the same spot again, and we have reached what we call peak week. This prep has absolutely flown by. It's now Sunday. I don't even know what date it is, but I'm flying out on Thursday morning. Absolutely flew by. So what is a Sunday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 5 days out now. Nearly there, just one day at a time at this stage. So basically what I'm going to do is a quick little video explaining what I'm going to do in the lead up in these last few days, what people like to call, like I said before, peak week. A lot of people think going into peak week, they think they can change their physique crazy. They think they can improve by 10-15%, when in reality you should be ready, body fat gone, ready to go, ready to step on stage a week out to 2 weeks out. If you can do this, it eliminates any stress, any pressure, and it won't lead you to do anything stupid the week before, trying to kind of dry yourself out when really you're still holding fat. The approach I'm taking, so it's Sunday today, I'm going to start off with water, okay? So water wise, my water is pretty high in the first place, so I drink 9-10 litres of water a day. So what I've done since yesterday was just increase that up to 11, and I'm just going to keep it like that all the way through. Okay? When the water is like that, it just keeps everything flushing through the body. So like I said, it's not much, it's only a litre more than I'd usually take in. So one thing I will not do is I won't cut water completely. Depending on how I look, I might pull it back a little bit, but I will never pull water completely. Now, I'm not saying this won't work for anyone, but I've done this before and it made me look like shit. I've turned into a pancake. I can't get a pump on stage. It does not work for me. I just flatten out so much, especially because I'm tall as well. I just look like a string bean. So even on show day this time, I plan on waking up, having a litre or so of water, and then kind of sipping on it throughout the day, up until stage. I don't have to make weight for a class or anything, so I won't need to do any manipulation with water or foods to make a weight, so that's fine. I don't have to worry about that. On show day, I will just reduce it a little bit, just limit it, just be careful of how much I'm drinking, but I will not stop it at all. Put it this way, when you carb up, your body needs water to transport them carbs around the body. So what happens normally is people will try and carb up, they'll try and bang all these carbs into them, and they will not fill up. Everything is just, the carbs just aren't going anywhere. And what happens is, instead of trying to fill yourself full of carbs, sometimes all they need is some water. So 500 mils or so of water, and all of a sudden they blow up and they stay tight, they're dry, they're full, just because the water is doing its job and transporting the nutrients around the body. So that's the first thing out of the way, water. That's what we do on that front. Training wise, I had Sunday today, so I have a pull session today. Tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday sessions, they will just be, they'll be the same sessions I usually do, but they will just be 2-3 reps short of failure on each set. I'm not looking to break down the muscle, I'm just looking to get blood in there, stimulate it, and get the muscle ready to absorb the carbs and the nutrients. At the end of the week, I'm trying to kind of reduce stress and fatigue on the body. This week I'm not looking to break down any more muscle. At this stage it's not going to recover, and it's just going to look tired and worn out on stage. So I'm going to train the exact same way. The only thing I'm going to do is leave 2 to 3 reps in the tank on each set. So legs tomorrow, push on Tuesday, which will be shoulders, chest, triceps, and then on Wednesday will be my last session, which will be back and biceps. Thursday I will not train at all, and Friday I will be on stage kind of mid-afternoon. I'm guessing about 3 o'clock or so. So yeah, food wise, I'm not depleting either. I've been dieting for 17 weeks. I am fucking depleted as it is. I'm keeping things. I'm happy with how I look. Again, I gauge. I track all variables. I track how I look at each time throughout the day, after how many litres of water, after how many meals, after what I look like after I go to the toilet. So I'm not gonna. I know when I look best and how to look best at the moment. So what I'm going to do is keep training day food the same. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today, Monday, Tuesday. And usually that depletes me down anyway. And by the end of them 3 days, I will be flat. That's without me actually reducing my carbs anymore. That's just on my normal diet. I will kind of be flat, depleted, and I'll be ready to absorb nutrients and carbs on the Wednesday. So again, this isn't a set plan. I'm literally playing it by the hour. If I need more carbs over the next few days or less, I will know by looking at my own body meal by meal. But like I said, I've tracked all the variables up until now, and I kind of know what I look like after so much food, after each session. So that's kind of the guideline over the next few days. Keep training day food the same, and then I'm guessing on Wednesday I'll see how I wake up, and that'll be my last session. So I may increase carbs on Wednesday. We'll see. Again, we'll see how flat I am, we'll see how full I am, and then we go from there in regards to how much carbs I'll put in, or whatever. And then Thursday, no training at all. I fly over to Thursday morning. So usually I will have my first meal about 8:30. I wake up about 6, but I have my first meal about 8:30. I actually arrive over in Barcelona about 8 o'clock, so that's perfect. I just won't eat in the airports, and then my first meal will start when I get over there, when I land, which is absolutely spot on. Hopefully I don't hold too much water on the flight, because when I fly I tend to hold a lot of water around my ankles and legs. So touch wood, fingers crossed. All we can do is kind of see what happens. I'm lean enough though, so I don't think I'm gonna hold much water. So again, if I decide to increase the carbs then on Wednesday, again, we just judge it meal by meal, and then coming to Thursday, I'll know if I need, if I wake up then on Thursday and I'm happy with how I'm looking, I'll probably just run it more or less the same thing again, judge it meal by meal, but I'll do more or less the same as the Wednesday. Or if I feel like I'm full enough, I'll try just kind of hold at that balance. So pull carbs back a little bit and just kind of maintain that. On the Friday, on show day, I'm going to be on stage around the same time I usually train. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have more or less the same meals I have on a training day. Usually before training, after 3 meals or so, I think that's when I look my best. I look full after the carbs, but the stomach and the midsection is still really tight. So again, it's hard for me to sit here and say this is what I'm going to do, because I do not know. We're going to play it by ear. I just have kind of a rough guideline of what I'm thinking, but again, I have to judge my body's feedback, what picture, the checking pictures are telling me. I take checking pictures at this stage a couple of times a day, so I will just kind of judge by them and let them give me feedback, and I'll make decisions from there. But I'll try and keep you updated on what way I'm working foods. And when it comes to salt, I do not cut salt whatsoever. I don't mess with it, I don't manipulate it. I'm not playing with fire like that. I've been using the same amount of salt on every single meal for this whole prep, even in my off season. So why the fuck would I change it a couple of days out? and risk coming in worse when I know what I look like after a certain amount of salt, and so on. So salt stays the exact same all the way through, just like it has been. Even on show day, it will stay the exact same on every meal. So yeah, like, that's peak week for me. It's not exciting. It's basically doing the same shit that I have been doing. Not playing with fire. Like I said, when you're ready, you're ready. I'd rather go in happy with how I look than trying to mess around with things and come in 5% better, because I've tried it before and I have looked like shit all of a sudden. And you can't reverse it once things can change very fast. When you're just laying in the space for a couple of days or a couple of hours. So I'm not playing with fire, I'm playing it safe, and I'm just doing what my body is used to and doing what I know works best for me. Other people might have different approaches. They may manipulate water, salt, stuff like that, but this is what works for me. I've experienced, the shows I've done before, I've messed around with different methods, and this is the approach I'm going to take this time. Last year I was one of the leanest on stage. I was probably the leanest, and it just didn't show. I was flat as a pancake. I just couldn't fill up. I couldn't get a pump, and even then, I know if I was fuller, the detail from the condition would have actually came through more. And that was just from, I think, cut water out last year, 26 hours out or something completely. Look, that's a story for another day, but just silly things, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do. Water stays the same, sodium stays the same, food stays the same, no crazy depletion. So like I said, that is my peak week. It's not exciting. There's no secret that you expected, or no secret formula or anything that's gonna happen. That's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm gonna finish training on Wednesday, and then rest up Thursday, and I'll be on Friday afternoon at some stage. But again, that's my approach. If you are listening to this and you're doing your own approach, and you're like, oh, this is completely different to mine, do not listen to me. Stick to what you're doing. Stick to what your coach told you, or what you have in your minds. It may work for you, but this is what works for me. Or well, what I think works for me. We'll see come show day how it plans out. But again, this is the kind of approach I'm going to take this time. I'm trying to think, did I leave anything out? Oh, cardio wise, at the moment I've reduced the intensity, so I'm actually doing an outdoor walk first thing in the morning, fasted. It's 40 minutes, so I'll probably drop that down to maybe 30 tomorrow, which is Monday. Drop it down to 20 on Tuesday, and then I'll just cut it out on Wednesday. Completely let the legs kind of rest up, let them reduce stress and inflammation on the body, and just rest them up. Guys, that's pretty much everything. I hope that answered everything. Nothing crazy, pretty simple. I'm gonna record going over anyway and bring it through, kind of flying over, going to the show, and then I will get footage at the show as well, of me on stage if I can get someone to record for me. So I hope you are enjoying these videos. I hope you got a little insight there into what approach I'm taking going into this show. But yeah, follow along on Instagram. I'm going to be posting on my stories and stuff all the way through, daily updates and stuff as I'm over there, and I will keep you all updated. But like I said, I hope you're enjoying. I hope you got another little insight to what I'm doing, and yeah, I will see you in the next one, guys. 5 days now. It's getting close, but we're nearly there. I'm looking forward to it. So see you in the next one, guys.